Welcome back, y'all, to the Raggedy Pack. It is my pleasure to welcome everybody to Chainsaw Man Tuesdays because I was not here last week. If you are not familiar what Chainsaw Man Tuesdays are, coincidentally, in the US, new chapters of Chainsaw Man release on Tuesday. And accordingly, also the anime airs on Tuesday. So it is a double feature for both the anime watchers and the manga readers. So, in the last episode, like I said, I wasn't here. I watched it on my own time. It was fucking fantastic. Like, I was chatting in the Discord a little bit, but I legitimately teared up a little. I teared up at some scenes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like the scenes themselves perhaps weren't impactful. It's just more so. I'll explain. I'll explain a little bit later. But in the first episode, we were introduced to our protagonist Denji and his devil pet Puchita. He was working as a devil slayer for the Yakuza and ended up getting betrayed, and resulting in him dying, and Puchita reviving him and becoming his heart. The episode ended off with him killing everybody and falling into the arms of a pretty girl who was not named yet. I think that's a good summary of the first episode.
Yeah. What did you expect? I mean, obviously you expected it to be gory.
Yeah. So it was definitely, I mean, it was definitely gory. I expected it to be gory. The series overall is pretty gory, but the animation was fantastic. It was everything. The first episode was everything I hoped for and more.
That's good.
And like one thing I do want to comment on was the pacing, because I think the first chapter of the manga is a pretty good hook. But seeing it animated, seeing stuff paced more slowly, because if you read fast, things you can knock out a chapter like pretty fast.
Mhm.
Seeing things paced more slowly, giving you time to kind of like digest the setting, Denji, his unfortunate circumstances, and him just kind of wishing for a normal life for himself. Having that paced out was really good. I think aided in getting people attached more to the characters in the series. But that's just my opinion, seeing it adapted. I'm not sure how you guys feel so far about it. I did watch your reactions.
You
but
did?
I wanted to kind of ask you again.
I'll stick with pacing. It seemed extremely fast, but at the same time, they left you, because the whole premise is he's paying off debt, right? That his father indebted him with.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But he goes and kills the first guy, and it relieves 700 to 1,000,000, or 1,000,000. 700,000 to 1,000,000 yen, I believe is what they're using, yen. But the thing is, he has like 33 million yen to pay off. So although it went fast, my man still got a lot of work to do. So I like that there is that, in the back of my mind, where we're not even close to finished here, even though
I think Corey commented on it.
Fast.
I think Corey commented on a bit, but he kind of killed him.
Yeah, I was saying from now on, like any debt collector,
Mhm.
like he is a chainsaw man. Okay,
Yeah.
He is
like
a
there's
chainsaw.
no paying back.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I meant. Like, yes, he paid off his debt
There's no
in a
paying
way.
back. There's just payback.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's still paying them back in that regard.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I liked it. I think we both
Yep.
liked it a lot.
I'm glad you guys liked it, and I think something that's going to be interesting is, I think stuff is going to stick out for us watching this. It's going to stick out differently for me compared to you, because I know what's coming. I know what's coming up. I know the premise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested to see what stuff you guys notice, and how you kind of get a better understanding as things progress in
Gotcha.
the series.
Okay.
I'm excited to explore the world because the world seems very unique to me.
You did mention Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty close. I mean, they're both series like focused on supernatural stuff in a kind of modern-esque setting, like modern day Japan.
But they're both
so
different, even though they both feel unique to their own animes. This is obviously, I mean, I don't know. This feels more hands-on physical fighting than Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot. It has a lot of it too. Just as a lot. They're very different from each other, but kind of same path, you know, where you are fighting demons.
Yeah, like you got demons versus what is in Jujutsu Kaisen, yokai? Or
yeah, which I believe is demon in Japanese.
Yeah, spirits and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I can kind of agree with that. Definitely more hands-on with the chainsaws.
Right.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I do remember like it has some like it does have some hands-on stuff, but there's also like special abilities and shit.
Right.
Everyone's popping out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's not they have similarities.
Yeah.
But they're both unique enough to where it totally doesn't bother me at all.
And they're both bangers.
They are both bangers.
Speaking of bangers, I really enjoyed the opening for Chainsaw Man. I added it to my anime playlist on YouTube, and I've listened to it several times over now. It fits the anime very well.
I love the opening because it was a mix of just kind of random scenes of the characters doing stuff and then clips, bits of pieces of scenes that like are part of like what may happen coming up. And like
okay,
so you're not going to know what's what. Maybe they do go bowling. Who knows?
I think we were talking to Steph about, I think either Steph or you in the Discord commented and said it's based off of a lot of movie references and stuff.
That's what I was seeing a lot on social media because I didn't watch the opening until this morning. I kind of avoided it until I had time to sit down and watch it. But all over social media, I did see people just like saying, it was like there were like a lot of references to Western films. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that is. I'm definitely going to be watching for it this time.
Yeah, I think and while we're on the topic, I'm going to get a little bit off track, but I like when they do an opening like this, where like it feels very unique, rather like when they're doing like kind of a traditional anime opening where it shows you just scenes of what's going to happen and like there might be like minor or major spoilers, cough cough. In the opening, I hate that shit.
I agree completely.
Same.
I agree completely.
Keep the opening and endings fun.
When we were watching Attack on Titan, I dreaded Blake watching the opening every time.
We
for
just
most seasons
prayed that he was looking down at his phone when the opening was going on,
because they show way too much in the opening on that show.
Yeah, like Armin being covered in blood. What's going on with that?
Literally, the female Titan is in the opening.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil AOT for anyone who is watching this video and hasn't seen AOT, but I think season 4 part 2's opening was the worst of it with what they showed.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Well,
the song was great.
The song was great, but like, well, I shouldn't say him anymore. I don't want to spoil stuff.
Okay.
And we should get back on track. I think that pretty much covers everything. We're left to continue where we left off. Who was the girl that Denji got a hug from? And what's going to happen to him now?
Yeah.
But before we get into it, consider checking out the Patreon, where we have full-length reactions and early access of, I believe, is it Demon Slayer at the moment?
Yeah, it's Demon Slayer. AOT has a little drop of early access left before the episodes are fully caught up with coming out on YouTube.
But yeah, consider checking out the Patreon. Social media in the description. Please follow us, and we have a Discord where we have been interacting more in. We're trying to be active there more often, chatting with people, hopping on voice calls if you want to just come say hi. But yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you want to interact with us a bit more. Definitely check that out. I think we're ready to get into it, right?
I'm good to go.
I'm
Awesome.
ready.
Okay. I didn't hit record.
Stop. I really like this outro a lot.
All right. So I was just scrolling down on Crunchyroll, and the top comment is, your life sucks when being treated like a dog is an upgrade.
He's not wrong, or they are not wrong.
Small steps, man.
I'm not gonna scroll down there.
Oh,
because I don't
Yeah,
want
I would not
brave.
scroll down in there. Listen, if you get spoiled on Chainsaw, if you get spoiled on AOT, that's one thing. If you get spoiled on Chainsaw Man, you're gonna make me upset.
Don't make Iggly upset. My man's the nicest person ever.
of course.
Do not make him upset.
He'll turn into the nut devil.
Oh, what a great line.
Yeah, that scene was hilarious. We gotta show Blake that scene.
That'll get him to
Dude,
watch it for
Blake
sure.
should be here. Oh,
Honestly,
man.
we should have started this with Blake, but
I mean, he could jump on late, right? I don't know.
if he watches
probably-
the first 2 episodes.
You know what? Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Everybody should watch Chainsaw Man.
I agree. This is amazing. The humor in it's amazing.
So Denji seems to have, well, I would say he still has his main goal, but he has more of like a sub goal or side goal now of quote unquote boobs.
Yeah.
He's just trying to touch some titty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, that's probably my sub goal too. I'm just not that vocal about it.
Imagine in the future if he's fighting a devil that has big boobs, but he's in Chainsaw Man form, so he can't touch him.
He's got to learn how to retract him.
Ooh. Damn. I didn't think about that. Gonna end up like Wolverine. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's rough. It is actually a tragedy what happens.
Well, he
to him.
can't control them
He-
sometimes.
He can, but I'm pretty sure he ends up killing his lover or his wife in bed.
Okay. So if you didn't watch Wolverine, there you go.
You might have to cut that out. I don't think that's in any movie. I think that's just in comics. Could be wrong
Okay.
though.
So if you didn't read Wolverine, there you go. But yeah, with that episode, let's see. We learned a little bit more about Denji. How he's a bit of a crass person.
For sure.
What else?
He's a go with the flow type of dude.
Yeah.
As
bit
long
of
as
a
he's
punk.
getting fed. Oh,
Well,
yeah,
as long as he's getting fed.
He's in love with basically every girl he sees.
Yeah.
Although Makima's definitely the main,
Oh yeah, she's best girl, 100%.
which is unfortunate for him because she's probably the most likely to use him.
yeah.
She's already using him.
Yeah.
Well, what's the dude's name who got kicked in the nuts? It starts with an H, right?
Aki,
Aki
it's Hama-
is
wow.
I want to call him Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Aki
Hayakawa.
Hayakawa. Aki
Hayakawa.
Okay.
Hayakawa said she was a good person and she saved
Mhm.
his life. So if she is using Denji, it's probably for the greater good for him and
Probably.
for everyone else. I would like to assume, but obviously
Mhm.
I don't know for sure.
What's up with the eyes on the girls in this show?
I think
I would assume that means they're crazy powerful or they have like some devil ability.
Hmm.
Yeah. Both Power and Makima do have like really nice detailed eyes.
I was thinking it was a fiend thing, but that's the face, like a distinctive
Well,
face.
I
She's got the
mean,
horns.
Power
Makima
is
doesn't really
a-
have anything.
is a
We've
fiend,
we've
right?
seen two fiends, the guy in the apartment and then Power, and they're I mean
I guess the
definitely
guy in the
seems
apartment
like
didn't
the-
have like crazy distinctive eyes.
he had a fucking beetle mouth. I don't know.
Yeah, just a distinctive face. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too into that. Maybe they just like drawing the girl's eyes like awesome.
Yeah. Well, this might explain a lot going forward. But the author for Chainsaw Man has gone on note in interviews saying he likes powerful women.
Okay.
So
Symbol of
Yeah, I'm
power.
sh-
Got it.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure he likes dominant women. That's the type of guy. He
How
is.
deep you going with this?
Listen, like I think you can. Never mind.
You know, if I had to guess, I would think that he likes boobies too.
He might be
Probably.
maybe. He likes chainsaws as well.
I think you're onto something.
They should write a show about this. Yeah, I'm cool with everything that's been happening. I mean, this show is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I love Denji as a protagonist. I tend to like kind of like unorthodox characters and unorthodox, like not your typical like protagonist. I think Denji manages to stand out a lot
Yeah.
compared to like your normal like shonen series.
Well, what I'm wondering, if he's gonna stay like this, like super down bad simp, woof woof,
Yeah.
which I mean I'm fine with, because like you said, he's not your average protagonist. But I'm wondering if he's gonna stay like that, or if he's gonna have character development and get more serious over time.
I think so, based off what we've seen so far.
Mhm.
There's definitely been moments where Denji, despite being crass and like a bit of a punk, he does a lot of like introspection on himself and like the world around him. So I think there's definitely room for character development.
Yeah.
But for now, he's just going for some titties.
Right.
So something
That's great.
Mikima, that's her name, right?
Makima.
Makima. Something Makima said was that Puchita was still alive inside of Denji, which I thought, I mean, I know he's his heart, right? He's what's letting him live and be Chainsaw Man. But I do foresee an episode in the future where Puchita comes out of his chest, whether that like kills Denji temporarily or they just like separate for whatever reason. I don't think we're done seeing the little chainsaw dog.
Right.
And
that
obviously
guy's too
you
cute.
can't really comment on that, Iggly, because you would know, but that's just what I'm thinking.
He is a mascot.
Yeah. It'd be weird just to have him in the first episode and then only in flashbacks, so excited to see him in future episodes, potentially. And
Okay.
also, we didn't really get to see Denji transform this episode, which is fine. There was a lot of like character, like we got introduced to characters, and it was just an interesting episode. But I am looking forward to seeing him turn into the Chainsaw Man again and slice and dice devils, and yeah, him working with Power. I have a feeling they'll make a terrifying duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're they're both a little bit off the deep end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely way off the deep end,
Mhm.
Way more, yeah.
which is cool. I mean, them trying to control her is going to be hilarious.
You have like Denji having to kind of be the sensible one between them when he's himself isn't really. It's more him trying to like being the one causing trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything else we wanted to comment on?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think that kind of is it for me.
All right. How the fuck do I do an outro again?
Here, I'll start it off, and you can just kind of repeat.
You should leave that in.
Yeah,
You
leave
should
that
just
part
end
in,
it there.
then make
You
it
should
shut.
just end it right at how the
Honestly,
fuck are you an outro again?
You could. I don't care. But if you wanted to do it just to have it, and you can end up cutting this out, it'd be like, all right, well, if you guys enjoyed that reaction, we'd appreciate if you would like and subscribe. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there are links in the description, one to a Patreon where you can see the full-length reaction to this episode, as well as the other episodes of Chainsaw Man as they release. There are links to our social media below that, and a Discord. It's completely free. You can come in there, chat with us, talk about Chainsaw Man, talk about whatever. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Something like that. That
I'm
wasn't
just gonna
word
use
for
that.
word what I always say.
No,
You can remix it. It's fine.
I'm just gonna use that. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're just gonna use that? Okay.
No,
Okay. I'm confused.
So he in the outro it's gonna be like, how the fuck do I do an outro again? And then it's gonna cut to me saying that, and then he's gonna say, all right, I'm just gonna use that. Thank you.